Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Obi-Wan Kenobi Reaction.
Yeah!
Episode 1.
Obi-Wan!
Yeah, so before we get into this, I wanted to make note of a couple things. One is that we will not be able to watch both episodes today. We just simply do not have time. So in the next couple of days, expect the other reaction to go up. So maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but we're not sure quite yet. So what we should be seeing, from what I have seen, I don't think I saw the full trailer. I saw like a teaser trailer. So from what we see, he should be on Tatooine, and we should basically be seeing him try to lay low, not get discovered, and look after Luke, protecting that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to say I did see Star Wars Rebels, the scenes that involved Obi-Wan from that. So I have a bit more information on that. I know we're going to hear about the Inquisitors. Do you guys know what an Inquisitor is?
I think so. They were like the Sith Jedi Slayers who are not actually Force users.
I think they are Force users,
like
but they're
the
not.
Sith Guard, basically.
Yeah, something like that. I'll be honest, even though I've seen a couple of media with Inquisitors in them, I'm not entirely sure where they stand in the hierarchy of things. The only thing I know is I hate their helicopter blades, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They hunt Jedi.
They are Jedi, yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else before we get into this?
No, I'm ready to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. Hopefully it's pretty good. Guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, if you like your time here, please remember to like, subscribe if you want to see more. And if you guys want to see the uncut version of this reaction, as to trim it down tremendously, yeah, check it out on the uncut tier in our Patreon in the description. Thank you very much. Stick around for the discussion.
I have high ground!
Chop.
He properly estimated it, my friend.
We've always talked of adopting a baby girl.
Oh.
And what if the boy?
Leia got to be a princess. Yeah. He was a dirt farmer.
I will take the child and watch over him. In your solitude, training I have for you. Your old master. How to commune with him, I will teach you.
Yeah, we never saw that.
So that's where we're picking up. Commune
So
with him.
we're gonna see Liam Neeson?
Yeah. You call him Liam Neeson. Nice.
Oh no, she got shot. Oh no. Oh no.
Why is that child getting in the way?
Wants to have.
Oh,
Stay
there's
in your
another
lane.
shot. Another. She's down. Okay.
Wow, they die fast.
Yeah.
We run.
Run, Turlin.
You should probably take the helmet off.
Bull helmets.
'Cause you're kind of sticking out. Just so you
They're
know.
like mushrooms.
They're dropping like flies. Oh no. What is it? Run! Run! Pack up your wares and
The
run.
Jawas knows what's up
Yeah.
there. It's like, oh, nope, we're not doing this today.
That wasn't even there. It's just grab somebody's.
You know who we are. Perhaps the locals are stealing from
Oh no, don't make fist.
you, threatening you.
Now, if he was smart, he'd keep moving, but the Jedi,
Only
code
Jedi
is like an
would just
itch.
fight with sticks
He
instead.
cannot help it.
Yeah.
So he steps in and saves your saloon. You offer him a place to hide. His compassion has been his undoing.
Oh, she got tired of it. There we go.
Oh.
Prepare him for interrogation.
You're wasting your time, you know that, right?
This was one of the kids.
You'll never find us all.
Oh!
Hisoka?
Ahsoka. Still there for that, bro?
Why did... What?
They want him to lead him to Ahsoka.
Yeah. And she just wants to kill him.
You are reckless. He is not yours to find. We are past this, third sister. I will not
Third
warn
sister.
you again. You will forget this fixation with Kenobi, or I will relieve you of your duties. Is that clear?
Yes. Grand Inquisitor.
Grand Inquisitor?
Great, I thought.
Grand Inquisitor.
Okay.
consider him forgotten.
He has force hearing. He heard that.
Did she say consider him forgotten?
Yeah.
So it means she is giving it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lies.
Force lies. Yes, they are.
Spice? Is it spice?
No, that's meat. They're actually harvesting
Oh,
it.
they're harvesting it.
So that was recently done.
Yeah.
Sand sharks. You can cut better than that, bro.
Right? That guy don't look like he trying. Oh, it's him.
He's tired.
You did that so slowly and openly. I don't know that anyone did not see that.
Maybe it's common practice. Buddy, I brought you some meats.
It was just for him.
It's gonna need more than that, bro.
Well,
We're
it's a
looking-
camel. Like, maybe it can survive on one mouse a day.
No, it's a nice cave.
Yeah, it's got a little mat thingy.
A little nook. It's got good bones, you know. Can really spruce the place up.
It's cooking
Oh, what the?
things.
Did that become something?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think Rey has something similar in her movie.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yes, I had some parts stolen. I need a new processor board.
Oh, if it just didn't look, I'm good.
He stole it, didn't he?
Tika, if you're going to steal my
Yeah.
parts and then sell them back to me, could you at least clean them first, as a courtesy?
Cleaning costs extra. Lucrative. Oh, I left him a toy.
Oh, it was for him.
Oh, that's cute. The Jawa comes and steals it back.
Cleaning costs extra. Oh.
Uh-oh. There's a thing watching him. He
Sounds
senses
good.
it. Oh no.
This is too dark.
Yeah.
Town, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, it's the
I didn't
Jedi.
think you'd survive.
You're making some kind of mistake.
I'm sorry, my name is Nari. There's no mistake.
You're looking for somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Obi-Wan?
My name is Ben.
Ben! It's
Please,
Ben, sir!
please.
It's a trap.
You must leave. You'll draw too much attention.
But I have nowhere to go. They're hunting me. You have to help me.
It's like they're hunting you and you came here?
Live a normal life.
What about the people that need us? What about the fight?
The fight is done. We lost.
Yeah.
What happened to you? You were once a great Jedi.
The time of the Jedi is over.
He's gonna die.
Yeah. It's Leia. Leia. Living the life.
She insisted you would find it amusing, Your Highness.
What the hell?
They all
You
agreed.
guys just dressed her?
She's either in the cellar, in the kitchen, or in the woods.
Or in the woods. She thinks she's so smart. Uh-oh. People
Oh.
watching in the woods. Who's this?
Is that another Inquisitor? It looks like another Inquisitor.
Or another Jedi.
But he's bald.
Evil.
Evil.
You don't care if he's okay. You care if he's showing.
My responsibility, Owen.
On his uncle.
We talked about this. When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father.
Oh, snap.
Anakin is dead.
Owen, you're on my list.
No.
And I won't let you make the same mistake twice.
Smooth walls.
Owen, get from the middle of the street.
Know why we are here.
Do we?
There's a Jedi hiding on this planet. We need to know where he is. You will be.
It looks right at
Owen?
This is the Outer Rim. You have no rights here.
Uh-oh.
We're not under the Empire's.
Yeah, I knew that. That hand was like primed.
All we want is information. If anyone knows anything
He's gonna give him up.
about a Jedi, You know something?
He was giving that I know something look.
Yeah, he was.
You think you could protect them from me?
Oh, snap.
Sassy, sassy.
Tell me where the Jedi is, or this man and his family die.
This
Even
guy's
he
like,
doesn't like her.
It's like, why?
Save his family.
Show yourself, other dude.
are you gonna do it, Obi?
Other dude, come
Ben.
out.
No! If you remember anything, rewards will be given.
Hmm.
Stand down, third sister. Now!
Yeah, right. Stand up.
Next time.
Why she hate Owen?
Just fixated. I will kill you.
Yeah.
You in particular.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Owen's on my list too, but I have a reason.
You are to involve sin. What is it you think you will gain by capturing him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm owed.
What could he have done?
Maybe she was one of the young ones.
Be careful, third
Yeah.
sister. You go too far.
Maybe you don't go far enough.
She always has to have the last word.
Right.
Maybe she was one of the Padawans at the time when Anakin was taken on, so maybe she blames him.
Your Highness. Oh, thanks, Leia.
My pleasure.
You think you're droids?
It's good manners.
You don't need manners when you're talking to a lower life form.
Then I guess I don't need manners when I'm talking to you.
Oh, I
Wow.
saw that coming. You walked right into that,
You know the
cousin.
difference between you and me, cousin?
Your
Oh.
father. You want him to like you, so you repeat what he says, even though you don't really know what it means. You think being like him will make people frightened of you, but really, you're the one who's scared. You never made one decision for yourself in your entire life, and you never will.
Oof.
I may not have seen much, cousin, but I can see that.
One day this planet will look to you, Leia. There are many ways for me. You just have to find yours. Plus, imagine the look on your cousin's face when you get to boss him around for real.
Never mind. You can't just drop your. Oh my gosh, girl.
The royal garbs, Leia.
Uh oh.
Oh dear. It's not a tattoo.
You didn't.
Wait,
Wait.
she knows him?
Hello, princess.
Why did you run up to this guy?
Why are you here?
Just waiting
For what?
for you.
Okay.
Leia,
Run, run.
Oh, suddenly surrounded.
Kidnappers. Stop walking.
Oh, it's gonna be 3-on-3.
Oh no, just spin up.
Scream, Leia, scream.
You tell me you can't catch up with a
Do
child
the
with tiny
child
legs?
alert protocol. Child endangerment alert protocol. Scream at the top of your lungs.
These guys suck.
Yeah.
They do. They can't catch
Oh
up with.
my-
Oh, you just walked right into a bridge? You didn't see it?
She has tiny legs. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Guys.
I'm not even on their side. I'm just disappointed.
It's disappointing.
Oh, now she's screaming.
Hey,
Oh
yes, saw
yeah,
that coming.
he was running too surely.
Yeah.
Scream, child, scream. Oh,
Wow,
wow.
she
Keep going.
fails. She fails.
The end? No.
I'm not who I used to be. Find someone else.
Oh, he said it.
I'm better off.
Oh no.
All better off.
Oh, they're in space.
Oh wow.
Shut her up.
Now you're making noise in there. Ooh, what?
Who is
Cloaked person?
He's headed for Dayu.
Oh, he came. Organa.
You should not have come.
One last fight.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Adventure time! Yay!
Adventure.
What the heck? Why do you have that?
Uh-oh.
Well, that didn't work.
Oh, now
I'm
Dread
not
is
afraid of
dead.
you.
Give it time.
Dread dead.
This. No!
Papa! My father will rescue me. He'll send a whole army.
No one's coming for you.
He went in there just to be mean.
Yeah. Well, it's me and the clock.
This was like a 5-head play. Be like, kidnap the kid so that he'll come out of hiding, and Jedi will be restored. He knew exactly where that box
Yeah.
was. Oh, both of them.
Anakin's and his.
Yeah.
Take Anakin's.
You sure he's gonna come?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He'll come.
My brain's so big.
So wrinkly.
Oh, he immediately looks like a Jedi. Okay. As soon as you don the...
The robes.
No, the lightsaber. As soon as you don the lightsaber, you must wear cloak.
He turns back. Series
might.
over.
Why would you show
Why
it?
would you...
It's still cool, but why?
Why would you keep it in such a visible place?
Just one...
Oh, you can
like
hear the
too
music.
strong wind. Okay, now it's over.
Yeah.
Deborah Chow.
Ciao.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah, I can see why they dropped the first 2 episodes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about it, with all the Disney Star Wars stuff, the first episode usually has the big reveal of, and this is the quintessential character, you know? Be it Mandalorian showing off how good he was shooting, or Boba Fett. I think we saw his armor in the first episode, I'm not sure. Did we?
Who? Who?
I can't remember Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Oh.
But we had a previous stuff with Boba Fett in the other show with the Mandalorian, so I can see that this is probably going to save the lightsaber reveal for the second episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what did you think of it?
I thought it was good. It was very good. There weren't a lot of we need to talk about this moments, in my opinion. You have a lot of them?
No.
Okay.
Just the fact that Obi-Wan has been PTSD'd into becoming a hermit in a cave, watching a small boy from afar.
Yeah. And I think that recap was a very good idea, and it did a very good job of catching us up and reminding us everything that was important to the character.
Yeah, and it made the Flash or his dreams feel more visceral.
Yeah.
Like you could feel his emotions more.
Yeah.
It felt fresh.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly why I wanted in the beginning us all to kind of go over where we remember the character, because I couldn't quite remember exactly, I couldn't quite remember. I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page, because I didn't think they would do that, but they did that. Yeah, so from the very beginning, what was the first thing that caught you that was like, I gotta write this down?
Flashback. That's what
That's what I wrote down too.
Sorry. Yeah, the flashback. What do you guys think about that, huh?
It was a good flashback. Gave you all of the important informations. Nothing was wasted. I don't feel like.
Yeah,
No.
they give us a couple seeds of communing with the Master. And I'm almost like 100% sure we're gonna get to see that. We'll have Liam Neeson with CGI face.
Yeah.
They got all of the OG.
All OG cast members.
OG cast members.
And they look the same. Everyone looks the same.
Then nobody is aged.
No one's aged. I mean, Gregor looks like an older Obi-Wan, which he should in this time period. 10 years later, about right. Organa looks older. Liam Neeson looks like exactly the same, just slightly older. So everybody kind of fits.
Yeah.
I really liked the element of, he's been through a lot, and he doesn't have that support group that the Jedi usually they all meditate together, they all process things together. It's not there anymore. And what do you do when you take a fish out of his water, and now he's got to learn to breathe out the bowl, So I really enjoyed that.
I thought it was an interesting metaphor. Yeah.
I was hoping I landed it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that kind of thing. Because I think I showed you guys that fan edit one time of Obi-Wan old talking to Luke, telling him what Anakin, his father, was like. And in telling him the backstory, it was like flashing to the old days, the happy days and sad moments. And the speech just came alive because of that. And so the fans have always thought that Obi-Wan's, a really tragic character, but you don't really see it. So maybe we're actually seeing it here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then past that.
Yeah, and then after the flashback, I wrote did bring balance because there's a thing of it's never fully stated in any of the movies that Anakin did in fact bring balance to the Force, because he balanced out the fact that there's now only 2 Jedi on one side and 2 Sith on the other side. He unbalanced the good heavy side. Because there was a lot more Jedi at the time. So he wiped out the Jedi and he brought balance to the Force.
Wow. Yeah. Just did it in the way that the Jedi didn't foresee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a very popular fan theory to the point that everyone pretty much considers that canon.
Yeah. Because it was never said that he would destroy the dark side. It was said that he would bring balance to the Force.
Interesting. The thing that was in the flashback, pardon my ignorance because I don't remember the shows, was the Liam Neeson character, Obi-Wan's master, Qui-Gon. He did not either he did not sense the darkness in Anakin, or he chose to ignore it because of the prophecy. Because everybody was like, "Don't you sense it? Don't you sense it? Don't you sense it?" And he was like, "No, train him." So I wonder if he had if he leaned more towards the neutral or something, where he saw the need of the balance even to the detriment of the Jedi or something.
There's a lot that goes into it. Like for instance, the prophecy that they all believe in, it's a Sith prophecy.
Oh.
So it's just the Jedi just took that prophecy and assumed the good ends of it. But I don't remember exactly, please correct me if I'm wrong, but there are some parts of it that I'm missing, Mary, but I remember it was a Sith prophecy. Just that the Jedi took it and they ran with it, and they assumed that only their side is the good side, therefore it's going to be for
going to be a good balance.
Yeah, and the Jedi are super dogmatic, so that's also a big part of it. Is most of the Jedi are dogmatic and they're kind of short-sighted, whereas they're more immediate threats than Anakin. They can see the darkness. They don't see a child with potential.
Yeah.
Whereas Qui-Gon, he's very far-sighted, but he doesn't see the stuff that's right there so much. But also, he believes something called the living force, where the force is all around, and there's dark side, the good side. They're the same thing. It's not like there was light and then the darkness was a corrupted version of light. No, they both exist and they both needed. And so because of that, even if there was some darkness, he could see that the Force wanted this kid to become something.
And he was just pushing for the Force. He's just
doing what the Force wants.
Right. Okay, so my idea, I didn't say it in the right words, but that's basically the idea.
He's just following the will of the Force, rather than the will of the Jedi.
Right.
Which connects to Yoda, because he kind of talks to Yoda about that. And Yoda and him talk about the whole turning into Force Ghost thing, which we see later in the other movies. I think you might remember. So that's why he was like, "I will teach you how to communicate with Qui-Gon," because Qui-Gon put him on the path of learning about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Indeed.
And then we see Massacre. We see 10 years later.
Yeah,
and
we see the children run.
Yeah, which we see the fruit of one later on. Yeah, that gets killed in the same episode.
Didn't get his name. Did we get his name?
We did.
We did?
I can't remember what it was. It ends something like or something.
Okay. And then we see third sister.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to say right before that, just a couple things that stood out. So the reason that people drop immediately after get hit with lasers is because lasers, they're like a microwave. Yeah, they cook you on the inside immediately. So you just immediately pass out from shock. But then also, the screen is too dark, and somebody needs to tell Disney. Seriously.
All of them.
All of them. Boba Fett, even Mandalorian. Any dark scene, it is too dark. You can't see Jack.
You can't.
It's that they're really banking on it being you're in your living room, you're turning off your lights. Yeah. They're not thinking of people who have lights on watching it like us.
Or even people who just are watching it during a regularly lit day.
Yeah.
Any sort of glare at all, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I think this was the first, when the kids were running and you saw the Jedi fighting behind them. I think that was the first time I've ever seen a Jedi die via Stormtrooper.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Stormtroopers actually won.
It's like, I went after I saw the lightsaber wasn't swinging anymore, I was like, huh? What? Kids, get out of the way, what happened?
Yeah, a big part of it, remember, this is right before the regular clone trooper phasing in. So it's the clone troopers. And clone troopers are all clones of Boba Fett. Well, Jango Fett.
They're a tier above regular stormtroopers. Yeah. They're more
hard trained as well. And it's also a thing, when the stormtroopers came in the games, it's kind of hinted at that the quality went down. They started They just need mass production of these troops. So
yeah, so it's just like kidnapping people.
Yeah, only the 501st was still clones, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then oh, sorry.
No, you go.
And then 10 years later, we see I was about to say 3 bald brothers, 2 bald brothers, and a colored sister.
Oh, so
soul sister.
So, are they brothers?
I think it's just
a thing with the
just
Sith.
a title.
I think so. Not
okay.
I don't think they're biologically related.
I mean,
definitely not.
No.
Okay, never know.
And the bald brother was what was his name? Grand Inquisitor. He's spoke way more eloquently than I expected to come out of his mouth. For whatever reason, I expected him to be like a dark tone, like super imposing. But it's like, anybody hiding a Jedi dies.
Yeah. He has an interesting history. I don't want to misstate it, so I won't talk about it. But it just from his background, he's more refined than everybody else.
He's known.
Yeah, he was in Star Wars Rebels. He was always the Grand Inquisitor that the hero had to run away from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he actually might have also been in Star Wars Clone Wars, but I'm not sure.
Was the kids a reference to Rebels? The kids running away.
I don't know. Maybe one of them. I generally don't remember. I don't know.
And we also find out that one of the sisters is fixated on Kenobi for some reason.
What do you mean one of the sisters?
The sister. The third sister.
Yes. So she has some sort of history with Obi-Wan. Maybe killing her family or something and turning her Sith. I don't know. I'm just coming up with something.
Maybe. I don't know.
She has some vendetta against him.
Yeah. You had an interesting theory that I think might have some weight to it. Do you want to say it again?
Yeah, I was theorizing that she was one of the kids who ran away, and maybe they ran away to Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan left for what's-his-face? Luke at the time, so they're like, he abandoned
maybe
because she had mentioned it.
And I noticed in the group of kids when they saw what are we going to do, the one that said run was a black kid that was in the middle right here. Could have been her.
Maybe. I misunderstood what you said the first time then, because I thought what you were saying was she was a kid around the time Anakin was taken on.
Oh yeah, I did. That is what I said. But I got a new theory, I guess, in the middle of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe she was a Padawan when Anakin was taken on, so she hates Obi-Wan for bringing the evil into the house.
But she became evil. She became evil to kill the evil.
She's she's blinded by the dark side.
Dark side stuff.
Or dark side stuff.
Yeah. That happens a lot where they're like, you've betrayed us, so now I'll join the guy who is causing the pain. It happens a lot with Jedi. I think it's more of I'm using this dark side to get back at you, but by the time you get what you want,
you've been turned.
You're now, that's why they call them slaves to the dark side. Like, dark side's not using you. You just can't see it anymore.
Yeah. What's his name? The Inquisitor, he mentioned Jedi will always come out when somebody's in trouble, basically. Yeah. And then we cut to Kenobi not doing anything.
Yeah.
We see injustice right in front of him, and my heart broke just a little bit. Aww. I was like, oh, he's a broken man.
Yeah. But I mean, what can they do, you know? He's just doing the best that he can. Well, maybe not quite the best that he can, but he's trying to survive while looking after this kid. Yeah. It's his only hope.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Because at first I was like, man, he's just hiding. Not coming to rescue of his own brother? The brother? He's a brother?
I don't know.
Jedi fellow?
Owen.
No. Owen's just a friend that he knew.
Oh, okay, it's just a friend. Okay.
Well, I should clarify. Anakin's mother's brother.
Oh, okay, so it is a brother related.
But he's not related to
Anakin.
Anakin.
Okay. So that's why he has these feelings against him for what happened to Anakin.
Yeah.
He was hiding, and then now that you're saying what the point of his hiding, he's trying to survive so he can look after this boy.
Yeah.
Look, that makes sense. So that's his point. Is just to live, not to do anything, not to be a Jedi, not to be brave, not to be courageous and help people, but just to live and protect the boy.
Yeah.
And Owen he's still on my list. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't know. I understand him. I understand his pain of what happened to Anakin if he's what you're saying related to the brother as the sister of the mother. You know, so
okay. Yeah.
It makes sense that he he's traumatized.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want this child that he's been entrusted to raise to end up with the same fate.
Yeah. It's like I trusted her with you, and she got killed, and Anakin's gone. And so now you trusted him with me. I'm not. You stay away. I can do this.
Yeah. That also explains why why Owen is so like, you're not leaving this planet to Luke in the originals.
Yeah.
Basically, because he didn't want him to join the whatever fleet.
I think he wanted to join like a pilot program for the Empire, to see the galaxy and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was like, no, you're not doing that. Kenobi he's also having nightmares. He's having PTSD nightmares, which is so sad. And he calls for his master. His master doesn't answer
because he's not in the right headspace.
Disconnected from the Force.
Yeah, it's been that way for 10 years. He's watching Luke. He's leaving toys. And
Owen's having none of it.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Leia.
We see
the
Leia. Troublemaker.
Yeah.
Kinda. She just wants to do things that she's not supposed to do in her station in life. But her
a troublemaker.
Yeah. I know, but she's not like being
mean or mischievous.
Yeah, she's just not following the rules.
Yeah.
Which is a troublemaker.
Okay.
I mean, like, I think they let her go into the Force when she's not supposed to be somewhere else.
Right.
So I guess she's supposed to be somewhere else right now, getting ready, and she had just a random other child get dressed for her.
She said it would be funny.
I can get this child out of my sight.
Yeah, we see the aristocracy is, they're snooty like you would expect aristocracy to be.
Yeah.
Her family, her extended family doesn't seem to accept her, but her core family does. I don't think there's anything negative from her mother figure either. She's a bit more stern is all.
Yeah, and she doesn't listen to her as much as she listens to. Like, I think the mother figure is a little bit more soft. Like, she can't get her to do anything. Whereas the father can kind of knows how to talk to her.
Talk her into it.
He can connect to her a bit better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that he kind of encourages her interests. So then she feels more like he understands, kind of thing.
I also think I think the guy said, I don't know what his name is, but he said that he married into the mother's family.
Yes,
and the mother true. So that's why I think the mother is more.
That makes sense.
Prim and proper. Yeah.
And that makes sense as well because the family that came was her family, right?
The sister-in-law.
Yeah. So like the big theme of the episode is there's something you want to do but you can't do it.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of in that spot.
I mean, Luke wants to go off and join fleet. His father said, no. Leia wants to not be here. And everybody there said, no. Yeah, and then I wrote, darn it, Owen.
Wait, before we leave, that scene, I was so sure he was going to give him up.
Really?
Yeah, I was. He kept looking over at him. I was like, that would have made me put him on my list if he had done that, because I felt for him before, and then if he had broke Ken and like given hints about Obi-Wan and they didn't get drawn away, I would have been like, okay,
never again.
Yeah,
but he also said it wasn't for Obi-Wan. He did it for Luke. I'm guessing he did it for protecting his family.
Yeah. And then we cut back to Leia again. There was a lot of cutting back and forth.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, but then we see Leia tell her cuz what's up. That's exactly what I wrote. Leia tells cuz what's up.
Yeah, I put cousin V Leia.
Yeah. And I that felt satisfying. Somehow she's incredibly eloquent.
Yeah. Not somehow.
For a child so tiny.
No. She you can tell she's a precocious kid. She's up in the tree and naming every single ship that flies by. She's a fast learner. She just is not interested in being what they want her to be the senator. But she's smart. She gets she picks up on a lot of things. So I think that's what they were showing. That I like that moment too. That little chat back.
Yeah. It was like, you're afraid of him. It was like, oh, she
said
it.
At first I was like, did she use the Force?
That's what I was wondering.
Or she didn't seem like she did that. I think she's observant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they're going to go with this, because like in the movies, obviously, you can't go back in time and change what happened in the movies. Obi-Wan doesn't mention her Leia at all. He doesn't really seem like he ever left the planet. And Leia doesn't really seem, when we meet her or even see her, sure, she's a bit sassy in the movie, but we don't really get hints as to any kind of rough upbringing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just wondering, to what extent are we going to see Leia's side of it, and how much it's going to affect the Kenobi story, or is it just going to be next episode we take a pit stop, leaves, we never see her again? Like, what's the end game of this? Because they introduced the whole her versus the cousin thing.
Yeah.
So is that going anywhere, or is that all just to service her character and then we'll leave?
I think it was to service her character, that at least that part, to show us, oh, she's really smart.
Yeah.
Because we don't even get to see her apologize to the kid. She just gets kidnapped.
The kid better apologize too. He was just straight up.
They're
like,
not.
You're adopted.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
They're not gonna make him apologize because it's a whole political thing. I mean, look at the conversation between our parents and the other family. Like, they're trying to talk about serious things, like, we should stop the slave trade and all that. And he's like, listen, we're not here to talk about actual important things. I just want to enjoy myself.
I want food.
Yeah, and they're not gonna push it. But she looks like, I don't think she comes off to me even in this character stage of being someone who's just gonna become a rebel. She doesn't look like that. She just kind of does her own thing, but she pushes the envelope, and she goes as far as they let her, and they let her. Like, they just kind of slap on the wrist when she doesn't come in for the party kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, she switched out and made the maids lie, and this random child take her place just so she could run off and sit in a tree. Yeah. Like, she's spoiled, but she when she behaved, she went in, she mouthed off to her cousin, but she kind of corral herself. So I kind of see her as growing up being a good kid. Yeah,
because the whole General Organa stuff happens, I think, after the movies. Because before that, it sounded like she was pretty much just like a sleeper, financial support, weapons or whatever, giving to the rebels. It didn't sound like she was really involved in resistance in the movies until the latest movies we see her in, like, general attire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we see she gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
In the most underwhelming chase scene of a child I've ever seen.
They tried, okay?
They tried.
They told the guys, don't catch her until we need to catch her. just pretend.
Oh no, a branch!
No, the funny, like, I kept thinking, like, they're running behind her.
Yeah.
She's got these tiny legs and they're running, like, you can tell they're running slowly. Mm-hmm. You look at them, they look like they're jogging in place.
It's the Force.
the Force around her. I was like, it was not convincing. Like, they should have at least, like, given her some
bobbing
distance. Bobbing and weaving would have helped. Like, a little bit of, how they did her through the V of the tree and they couldn't pass, that kind of thing. A little more of that would have been good. Show her being a little more agile since she can climb trees and stuff like that. I don't know. That was
across some vines or something.
Tarzan out of
here.
Yeah, I think that the whole dinner scene, the running off in the woods, all of it is just to kind of give a strong impression of a character who they will later be.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it went too far. Like, sometimes with these characters, you can sometimes show, like sure, she's smart, but sometimes they can show a character that's too smart. As a kid, because they're trying to imply what happens later.
Yeah.
But they're edging it, but I don't think they went too far. But with the running scene, it was very noticeable.
Yeah.
Where it's like, these guys, what the hell?
Yeah. And she doesn't scream until...
scream! Universal Child Alert System!
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just... I know it's probably not the movie people doing it on purpose, but I just wonder, like, a aristocratic child... like, growing up really protected, not really thinking about danger that much. I don't know. I wonder if they would scream less. I don't know. It's just an idea. Like, if you're super rich and super, like, bubbled, do you scream less? I don't know.
I feel like you should scream more because, like, it's well known that even to children that, you're up there, you're in danger.
The thing is, parents a lot of the times have to tell their kids, if stranger blah blah blah, scream.
Stranger blah.
Yeah, and little kids do what their parents tell them, like that. You're a stranger. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Kick them in the shins.
They'll do what they're taught like that. So I wonder, they're so protected, they're not thinking they need to tell her. They let her run off into the forest. They're not going to tell her, if you see a stranger in the forest, you're what? So
if a
I
stranger
just
falls
wonder.
in the woods, remember to scream.
I mean, they wouldn't let her out if that were a danger.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there weren't guards in the forest at all times.
Yeah. Considering that apparently that's her favorite thing to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They should have like the perimeter surrounded
Yeah, like
at
a
all
fence
times.
around the forest area.
Seriously.
Yeah, or at least some of those, what are those detector things that even Kenobi has in the desert.
Right.
Now you mention it. Yeah. Maybe they had some special tech because I assume maybe the third sister backs them in some way, tries to help them out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jedi dead, hanging from roof.
Yeah, he
Yep.
did.
Yeah, we
From
knew he was gonna
Archway.
die.
He had to.
Yeah, I expected it to be at least one episode later.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that. I felt he could have died.
I mean,
this
I knew he was
episode.
going to die soon, but I thought maybe Kenobi would go
waited.
through a bit more to, like, feel the weight of his decision not to help him
Yeah.
a bit more. But
I
I
think
guess it was enough.
Yeah, I also think it was needed to be this episode because we needed to get Obi-Wan moving this episode.
Yeah.
To leave him on this planet would have been like dragging it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of foundation laying in this episode. And now we end with we're on our way, kind of like taking that step.
Yeah.
So we needed to take that step. I don't think it would have been as good a pilot if we weren't leaving and feeling the impending let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I will say the pacing of the show for the first like 20 minutes felt kind of slower. Like Tatooine is a slow planet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also has to get off the planet because if they're gonna have a lightsaber fight scene, it has to be off planet. Because if there's a lightsaber fight scene on Tatooine, there forever would be a question of why the hell did the Empire not search the planet for him. So I'm thinking if they take him off the planet and he fights elsewhere, then there'll be an excuse for why they couldn't find him on Tatooine.
Oh, you mean Luke?
No, I mean Obi-Wan.
Oh, you mean later? Okay, yeah.
Because the Empire killing that one Jedi on Tatooine clears the planet. You know, at least in my mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if they catch whiff of Obi-Wan being on the planet, there would always be a why were there not more troops on the planet checking it out?
Yeah, good point. So they had to
Makes
take him
sense.
off.
Yeah.
Nice.
I still find it very, very odd that they insisted on he had to be the one to rescue her. Like, if they're just kidnappers, why not try to see if they want a ransom?
I mean even Obi-Wan suggests, like, bounty hunters,
Yeah,
guards. It's like,
else?
no, it has to be you, my friend.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's because they're feeling like they failed, you know, and if they were to make it public that they've lost a child that they let out in a forest, not properly guarded, you know, it would look very bad on the senator. That's kind of what they said too.
Yeah, they said that, but that was why they didn't employ the guard, and then he suggested bounty hunters because bounty hunters did things under the table, and they were like, nobody understands how important she is but you. I'm like, but if you pay them enough,
they'll understand.
They will be very important to the bounty hunter. Yeah. And then the guy, Obi-Wan says, no.
He actually says no.
He says no. And then the dad comes and convinces him.
No longer took to get here. Please.
I think he was just like, this is my last hope.
Yeah.
I'd go in person.
And you know what else? We're next episode, obviously they're going to have an answer for us. We won't have the answer today. So you guys will probably be sitting there like, of course, this is the reason. But how does the lady know that Leia is important? If she paid them to kidnap her? Because if she knows, how does no one else know?
Yeah.
I just had one last thing to just comment on the whole thing in general. I loved the grand feel of everything. It felt very Star Wars-y. I think even more than Boba Fett did. I feel like I'm just ragging on Boba Fett all the time, but I don't know. I felt maybe it's just because it's Obi-Wan. Maybe I'm feeling more excitement about Obi-Wan's story, and the potential feels very strong. The Force feels strong with this one, so it makes me look forward to it.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's a lot of core characters. Organa, Kenobi, like Mandalorian, that's a new character. Boba Fett, that's an old character who really didn't have a whole lot to him in the TV. But with this, we get to see more of someone who was a fan beloved. He's one of the only things that was loved in the new movies, generally from the old Star Wars fans as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, really cool to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, remember, we won't be able to watch the second episode today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after that. We don't quite know yet, but keep an eye out for it on this weekend. Thank you very much. If you guys liked your time here, please like and subscribe if you would like to see more. And if you want to see the uncut version of any of our reactions, there's a tier for that on Patreon. Also remember, we do other shows, like usually anime right now. You can see a week ahead for that on Patreon as well. Thank you very much, though, and we'll see you around. Goodbye.
Bye! Oh, bye!
Special thanks to our patrons, Jesse Gallimore, Nocturnal Legends, Fizzbuzz, and Arthurun V. Lokis.